Hi everybody, I'm Captain Floofers, and welcome to an update video. Happy New Year! I don't like doing update videos very often, but I figure now is as good a time as any, considering that this, you know, not necessarily because it's New Year's, but because uh, last year was pretty hard for me, um, primarily because of how I was really pushing myself, especially near the end, to do things that I didn't want to do. Um, and this is just kind of like a cathartic way for me to get my thoughts out because I have so much that I really want to get out here, and to kind of help me um, focus my path at the moment. So just kind of to give you a also kind of give you guys a bit of a bit of what to expect, at the very least in the immediate future, moving forward here. Um, so first off, the Archipelago project that I've been working on since June. The big thing is that spoilers to those who have been following that, you know, as I've been putting it up. Um, I'm not doing that anymore. Um, I see that as part of the like one of the main reasons why I I wasn't doing so great, especially in the last couple of months. I see it, the whole thing as just being like, pure cut unfettered curse. Especially in November when things really started going badly for me. I mean, not really in a super big way. It's just mentally I was not doing great. Um, and I know that mentally a lot of people weren't doing great starting in November, and I can understand that. Um, but it wasn't like for political reasons for me because I don't put politics at the forefront of my life like so many other people do. Um, I'm just gonna put it that way. But I don't know, man. It was just the thing with the Archipelago project is that it just it was one of those things that just seemed so cool for me to do, and I kept pressing on with it despite the fact that it kept forcing itself to basically be draw. It kept drawing itself out so much. Like I thought I was going to be done with that thing in a couple of months, and when I stopped like a couple of weeks ago. Was when I terminated the project. I wasn't even halfway through. Not even halfway. I mean, I guess by the check percentage, I don't even remember the check percentage. I think it was a little over halfway with the check percentages, but like I was at 4 of 13 games completed, and I kept pushing myself to do that because I was sick of starting things for this channel and then never finishing them because I do that a lot. Um, and I especially didn't want to abandon something like this that was like so grandiose and ambitious, um, and then be like the chump who hyped it up and then just like let it go. And that's what happened was I just let it go, because I couldn't do it anymore. I reached a breaking point. Um, Even after I started using the spoiler log to make walkthroughs toward the end of the experience, just I reached a breaking point, and you'll see when I reach that breaking point. Um, at the end of part 24 is when it stops. Because I'm gonna keep. I'm still going to be. I'm still going to be uploading these, and I'll get to that. It's just that by December, I was really in a bad spot, and I felt like I was, again, I equated this to a curse. There were so many things that I wanted to get this done by, and it kept superseding those timetables. Like, uh, and I know I harp on this a lot during the videos themselves, but like I wanted to get it done by the time certain games came out so that I could enjoy them and play them with my friends, and that didn't happen. I went on a cruise at the beginning of November as an early birthday present, um, and I enjoyed it. But I still had like the Archipelago project was still in the back of my head, and I think I would have enjoyed it a bit more if that wasn't there. Um, and then like really demoralizing stuff started happening from there. The weekend before Thanksgiving, my computer died. In fact, it was the morning after. I did the penultimate part. No, it wasn't the penultimate part of the project. It was the part before that. It was part 22. After I did part 22, the day afterwards, my computer actually died, and I couldn't work for like half a week while I was waiting for new computer parts to come in. I thought I was going to lose out my holiday pay because of how we have to work like the days before, after, and of the holiday if we work during the holiday in order to be able to get our holiday pay, which was something that they started implementing like last year or something like that, and it's terrible because it was never like that before. Um, and I didn't get my new upgraded computer parts in until Wednesday, which was the day before Thanksgiving. Because in America, um, if you're not American, Thanksgiving Day is the fourth Thursday of November, and I didn't get my stuff in until the Wednesday. And you know, at the very least, was in constant contact with my supervisors and everything, so I didn't lose out on that pay. But I thought I was going to, and that would have not been great. And to make things worse, they put in a ticket to IT to send me a laptop, which they didn't even look at until like the Tuesday or when that I think that Wednesday was when they finally shipped it out. And it's like, but then like this past year was the first year that we actually worked Thanksgiving. So they took Thanksgiving away from us basically. Everyone had to work Thanksgiving. Um, and then my department specifically was forced into taking overtime for the next 3 weeks after Thanksgiving, including the week of my birthday. Um, Now, granted, thinking back, it really wasn't too bad. We only had to take a minimum of 8 hours, and we could divvy them up as much as however we wanted throughout the week. We just, had to let them know beforehand. But I could not divvy those 8 hours per week up enough to make it not suck. The first 2 weeks, I worked 6 days in a row, and then like the last week, I just stayed. I kept my day off during the week, but like stayed an extra 2 hours each of the days that I did work during the week, and it was not good. And I was, very, very tired, not doing great. And then on the day of my birthday, it was very, very bittersweet because I always enjoy my birthday. I always enjoy hanging out with my family and everything, But I I turned 40, and so I'm officially middle aged. And if that wasn't enough to put mortality on the forefront of things, I had a relative pass away the same day. On my 40th birthday, my grandmother passed away. And there wasn't really much we could do about that. We knew that she was going to be passing sometime soon, and we're basically on the other side of the not the other side of the country. I wouldn't say like we're like she's up in Connecticut, we're down in Florida, so there's not really much we could do. Um, and like I still like enjoyed what we did because we still went through with our plans and everything, but like I got like my dad called me like 10 or 11 o'clock in the afternoon or in the morning with the news, and that almost killed my day. But like and then it was on the 19th where I cut Archipelago out because I felt like that was kind of like part of the curse that I was putting on myself was all this bad stuff was happening now. And when I reached that breaking point, I just felt so much relief because as much as I didn't want to, again, hype something up and then ditch it, um, I feel a lot better about doing so. And I still kept for a little bit with my uploading one part a week thing, but starting on this coming Monday, I am going to be hopefully be putting this up not too long after I record it here. So today's Saturday. Starting this coming Monday, the 6th, I'm going to start uploading those parts daily until they're all done and up. And I can just put that entire bullshit, all that behind me. Um, I was not having fun anymore. I was at a point where I did keep putting it off, and that was one of the reasons it kept drawing itself out. Was I was drawing it out too by looking for other things to do because I really didn't want to play. And even when I was playing, even when I made it easy for myself to make progress, it still kept dragging itself out, and I couldn't do it anymore. And I don't know if it was in a previous take or if now if I'm just saying this for the first time in this take, but for this update video, but yeah, I remembered my one of my mantras that I kind of go through when it comes to video games, and that's video games are not the most important thing in the world. That's like that's one of the main things that I preach a lot. It's like they're not the most important thing in the world. Sorry if I'm repeating myself for the second time in this video. I did a couple of takes before this. But they're not the most important thing in the world. And Reggie Fils-Aimé even said, if it's not fun, then why bother? And I wasn't having fun, and it wasn't important. It's not going to be the end of the world if I drop it, so I did. And um, before you ask, no, I even if I wanted to go back to it, I can't now. I burned that bridge so quickly. Um, I immediately erased all of the files I need to play. I released all of the games from the server. There is literally zero way for me to be able to continue with that, and I'm all the happier for it. Um, so I'm just getting back into things now. Um, from that, Cuphead. Cuphead is continuing tomorrow. Um, at least the plan is that Greg and I will be recording tonight, and we will be getting back to Cuphead. Um, we haven't played Cuphead in months. Cuphead is really one of the things that I do want to get back to because it is a backlog game for me, and I have fun playing it. It's just that there have been so many days the past few months where one or either of us couldn't make it. Like I had plans, or he had plans, or one of us was sick. And the few times that we did get back to recording, we're like, we really felt like doing something else. It's like when we were a couple of weeks ago when we did the NSO thing, and I was just like, that's when we mentioned like the past month and a half had been really hard for, I guess for both of us too. But like the election didn't even didn't even trigger with me there. I'm like just like yeah, it's been hard for everyone. It's been hard for all of us, I guess. But the election didn't even trigger with that. It was just you know me just but basically the point is that I'm for at least on that front I'm being a little bit easier on myself when it comes to doing this kind of shit and not sweating it if I don't get everything I need to get done that day and stuff like that. It's just but yeah, we will be continuing Cuphead. Um and part 2 will be up tomorrow. Um unless like something last minute happens and I can't get together with Greg, then it won't be. But if all goes according to plan, then it will be. Um the other two things for this coming year that really didn't come to mind until like within the past hour or so. Um, I remember, oh yeah, Goemon and Astro Rabuary. Those are like things that I started last year that I've been that I wanted to make into annual things. Um, I I'm gonna play that by ear. That's gonna be a maybe for those two. Um, my plan for Goemon was to play through Goemon's Great Adventure, but I still don't have a working N64 right now. I might just do something quick. I don't really feel like playing another Super Nintendo game right now. I don't have my Super Nintendo hooked up. I don't feel like hooking it up right now. I may do something real quick for it just to have something for it, but like I may not. And then for Rabuary, I don't know how willing I am right now to play Astro Rabby. I haven't played that since I got my sub 20, and depending on how much Jangle Storm may or may not hype it up, I may get into it and play here and there during February. Maybe try to get a sub 19, but I really don't see that as super important either right now. I just have like a game plan that I'm going with, and I'm sticking to that without being too strict on it. So it's a maybe for those things, but like it there's a good chance it also might not happen. So I'm gonna play that by ear, and if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But who knows? The only thing I can say for certain is that I'm going to be getting Archipelago out quickly. The remaining parts for those will be released daily starting on Monday, and then Cuphead will be coming back, um, hopefully weekly. But again, it all depends on whether or not Greg can make it or what kind of mental state I'll be in. But either way, it's almost been 15 years. It's almost been 15 years since I started doing YouTube. I know I haven't been present for most of it. I don't I know. I just wanted to throw that out. Maybe I might do something for 15 years. I missed out on doing something for the 10-year anniversary because of COVID. COVID was not putting me in a good mood to put anything up. Who knows? Maybe I'll do something, but like for right now, just Cuphead is the only thing that I'm planning on doing, and putting up Archipelago parts. But who knows? Either way, I hope you have a good 2025. I will certainly try to. And I have been Captain Floofers, and I'll be here next time. Join me, won't you?